what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Stevie Kim revealed on this podcast, and I'll link the clip in the description on the source link, that he heard that Ryan Garcia asked for $2 million to fight Jorge Linares and basically priced himself out. Stevie Kim said $2 million is the price of the entire event during the pandemic, meaning the undercard, both opponents for the main event purses. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Also going to talk about if he would take the risk of fighting Linares, how much bigger is a risk is Luke Campbell for the interim WBC championship. People forget Fortuna and Linares fighting for the diamond. Ryan Garcia is already the silver champion. He's fighting for the interim title versus Luke Campbell, but that fight isn't done yet. Terms haven't been agreed to. So, I mean, to kind of react to what Stevie Kim had to say, and he got close ties over there to Golden Boy, I can believe it. And remember, he said that Oscar only offered him $200,000 to fight on the 4th of July. Oscar said it wasn't true. Oscar also said that he offered him more than $200,000, significantly more, and he wanted Ryan to fight Linares next. And Ryan basically priced himself out, and it was $2 million that he asked to fight Linares. Now, $2 million, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we were like, whoa, when they gave Keith Thurman $3.5 million to fight Leonard Bundu, and they gave Errol Spence $3.5 million to fight Lamont Peterson. So Golden Boy don't have a lot of money, and the zone is going through a financial, situation where they don't have a lot of money. They wouldn't even make the money back with a crowd of $2 million for Jorge Linares. And then whatever Linares was getting offered, he was cool with it. But do you want to be getting offered $200,000-$300,000? Your opponent making, several times more than you making on Saturday night? No. And remember, Ryan, that's championship level. It's some champions that's not getting $2 million to fight. Regular, super, franchise, IBF, WBO. It's some champions out here that's not even getting $2 million to fight and defend their belt. Let that sink in. If Canelo fights somebody next, they probably won't get, the guys they talking about might not get at least $2 million. So Ryan is talking about championship level money to fight Jorge Linares, who is not a champion. Who just got knocked out by Linares, Lomachenko, not too long ago. Did him and Lomachenko even make $2 million fighting each other? And that's something that we got to ask each other. Probably not. So that's one of the oldest rules in the book, is to price yourself out or be hard in negotiations. And he know during the pandemic what's going on with the zone. He didn't want to fight Linares. Ryan talks shit but don't want to walk the talk. That's exactly what it is. And people need to just keep it 100. He's not the only one moving like that. He talk a lot of junk but don't want to fight nobody, bro. You should be able, all the stuff he talking, the skills that he believe he got, he should be able to beat Jorge Linares. So you fight Linares in a non-title fight, then what you want to fight Devin Haney? What you want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? Like, you're a prospect, like legitimately a prospect, asking for $2 million to fight a journeyman, a former world champion. If you fight in a championship fight, Teofimo Lopez ain't made $2 million in one fight yet. And he's a champion. Devin, probably ain't made that in one fight. Maybe he has. He got a, good contract. You ask for all this money, but you ain't done nothing. So to get $2 million, you got to get through a Linares, get through a Campbell, win a championship belt, defend the belt, and the money will come. But that just let you know Ryan is scared. Ryan don't believe he can win. When somebody get the pricing themselves out, ask for a lot of money, they probably think the end is near. Nobody in their right mind during the state of this country and the state of this world will pay Ryan Garcia $2 million to fight Jorge Linares. And tell me I'm lying. Only person that might crazy enough to do it is probably Al Heyman. And that's just Ryan threatening to leave PBC and go back to Golden Boy or something like that, if that was the scenario. But like I said before, Jorge Linares could be vicious. He can air Ryan Garcia out. Or maybe Golden Boy told him, hey man, just keep this close to the vest. We're not gonna talk about that. You know, let's not talk about make Ryan look bad. But to ask for $2 million to fight Jorge Linares, that's crazy, man. You know, but that's a close fight. You know what I'm saying? How much better is he than Linares? And even Oscar De La Hoya said that I'm nervous about that fight. Not sure if Ryan can handle it. Everybody not sure if Ryan a gimmick or he a real fighter. That's the question. Guys, that's a sure thing that look good, that take them how they come. Shakur, Colbert, guys like that, the boys, they look the part. Now, even if you look the part, you can end up like Fernando Guerrero and not be the part. That's the problem. Ryan Garcia, and no matter how big a fan you are or how little a fan you are, everybody is not sure Ryan Garcia is here to stay. Ryan Garcia is seen as a gimmick, an entertainer. He's a joke. One thing we knew about De La Hoya can fight. That's one thing, 2 and 3 things we knew for sure is De La Hoya can fight. At the end of the day, De La Hoya could take it on the chops. He had a good left hook. He had a good jab. He could fight. We need to know if Ryan is a gimmick or not. And Linares would have helped gauge if he was more gimmicky or more a real fighter. It wouldn't have really told us in totality what he was, or as in entirety what Ryan Garcia was, but it would have told us on our way there. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, he was scared. He was scared. He was scared of Jorge Linares. He thought he could lose, and that's what you do. You ask for more money than you worth. You ask for more money, and a lot of fighters do it. A lot of fighters get negotiations, say they want to fight, and they ask for the world and some tables, some chairs, and the platinum watch, and a white gold chain, and the Bentley. They get them, they don't want to fight. So I think it's clear to say Ryan Garcia officially ducked Jorge Linares, and at the end of the day, for him, he beat Jorge Linares. He was supposed to beat him. If he lost to him, it's the end of the world. That's the type of risk Jorge Linares. And don't forget, Devin Haney passed up on an opportunity to fight Jorge Linares too. Both of them passed up an opportunity to fight Jorge. They passed up an opportunity to fight Javier Fortuna. Devin ducked Javier Fortuna. I don't care what nobody said. He ducked that fade. And then also Linares asked to fight Devin Haney. They couldn't come to terms. So what that mean? To me, he ducked the fade. I think that was him. Because Linares was good to go to fight fight Ryan Garcia. So if Ryan and Devin, they doing the most talking, they the loudest in the room. You don't hear Colbert really say much. The boys don't say much. Anton Russell don't say much. Ennis say something here and there. Shakur don't say too much. Only one that's really talking shit and doing it is Teofimo Lopez. Ryan Garcia is the great value brand of Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, the whole steak. Ryan Garcia is spam. Or Lopez, the whole loaf, and Ryan Garcia, breadcrumbs in my money bag, yo voice. So, out of the big talkers, Teo the only one that's walking like he talking. But out of the prospect, everybody handling business like a surgeon. They quiet, they patient, they doing what they need to do. But Devin Haney and Ryan, the loudest two in the room, they not operating on the same level as they words. I want to fight this guy, I want a big fight, I want this. But then when it comes to signing the paperwork, then they want to be difficult. And I'm just going to talk about this because it is. Not saying they're not talented. Not saying they're not good. I think both of them got some talent. I think Devin Haney can be the next guy. But also with Ryan Garcia, you got to ask yourself, is he really going to fight Luke Campbell? Not after hearing how much he wanted to fight Linares. So how much is the Linares risk drop off to Luke Campbell? Or is it a drop down at all? That you got to ask yourself. Is Linares that much better than Luke Campbell? When they fought, Linares won by split decision. And also, Luke Campbell's father had just passed away. So, in the ring, they really like this. But also, since they fought, Linares has been knocked out twice. So, Luke lost once. So, he could come down a little bit. So, if anything, they damn near right there. Or we don't know how much Luke got left. They're basically the same type of fighter. They're on the same level. If Luke lose, then what are you going to do? So really looking at it, Luke is just the biggest risk as Linares. The only difference is Linares possesses more hand speed. Luke is probably the bigger puncher. So Luke possesses some real power. So if Ryan Garcia ducked Linares, why wouldn't he duck Luke Campbell unless they think Luke is stiff and He coming off a loss. They could take advantage of Luke because they negotiating with Eddie Hearn, even though they in the same sphere under the zone. You know, he ducked a fade where Golden Boy could have kept all the money in the house with Jorge Linares. So if it won't fight Linares, I don't really believe he gonna fight Luke Campbell. All right, what he gonna ask for $1.5 million to fight Luke Campbell? $1 million. The zone ain't got it. We know Eddie Hearn ain't got it. Eddie Hearn made Kell Brook go up 2 weight classes because they couldn't afford Jesse Vargas coming to the UK for a unification bout, and it totally messed up, you know, Kell Brook's entire career. So how much Ryan gonna ask for versus Luke Campbell? $1.5 million, $2 million. That's not $1 million fight. If it is at best $500,000-$600,000 to Ryan and around the same to Luke Campbell, and Luke can punch. That's the difference. Luke can really punch. He's strong. He big, but he's a southpaw. Ryan said he like fighting southpaws. Ryan is a strong kid. We'll see. Maybe he like his chances versus Luke Campbell better. Maybe fighting Luke Campbell for the intern belt is a better thing than fighting Jorge Linares for, I don't know what belt they would have fought for. He's defending silver champion. So, like I said before, man, it should be interesting to see how things play out. Honestly, I believe it when Ryan Garcia in the ring fighting Luke Campbell. I just think he not confident. He a timid little boy. He don't want to fight nobody. He's just a talker. He not going to walk it like he talking for a minute. But if they fight Luke Campbell and he win, you got to give him credit. It's a good win. If he lose, then, you know, basically it's what majority of people think he is. He a fraud. You know, he's a big fraud. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But, you know, they're asking for $2 million to fight Jorge Linares. That's crazy, man. So let me know what you guys think about that. He ducked Linares, but also Devin Haney ducked him too. From what I understand, they couldn't come to terms, and I think that was more Devin Haney. Just my opinion on that one. But you know, I don't know what Devin Haney's gonna do next. That'd be interesting to see if he does. You know, what he do fight, who he do fight. Probably gonna be a tune-up coming for him. But we'll see, man. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Once again, all the links in the description. We got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests, or you just want to chop it up. Twitter's the fastest way, then IG, then Facebook. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation, share the videos. The best way to donate. But Cash App, PayPal, and description. Shout out to my boy Birkin Boy for delivering the Cash App earlier. Appreciate it. One time for the one time. We gone.